Hey yo, what's up everybody? It's B Militant. Welcome back to the channel. And you guys, what the F was that yesterday? We went out and beat the Dallas Cowboys 26-6 when we had nothing to play for. And we're playing backup players. The list of people that were out, Jonathan Allen, we had some big names out. We have nothing to play for. And the Cowboys, they thought they were going to come in here and just get a free, easy win and just glide into the playoffs. And we were just going to roll over and everything. But guess what? This team fought. This team took it to them. And then this is why after the game and during the game, I'm sitting here watching our team play. And during the plays, I'm sitting there rooting for them. You know, Sam Howell run that touchdown in. You know, like I'm rooting for the team. But in between every single play, I'm sitting here pissed off. I'm just watching this pissed off, man. Where was this the last few weeks? Where was this the last few weeks? You know how Ron Rivera said, oh, he put Carson Wentz in to get a spark? Well, you could have put maybe Sam Howell in last week. Who knows? And this is why this game pisses me off so much and why I'm also happy about it, because this is the same old thing that we see here in Washington all the time. We're out of the playoffs. We're a mediocre team. And then guess what? We get a little bit of hope, right? Just like during the middle of the season when Taylor Heinicke came in, we started winning some games and we got a little bit of hope. Then we collapse, and then everyone's in here like, oh, Ron Rivera should be fired. And then guess what? In a meaningless game at home, we beat Dallas, which, you know, that's always a big thing for our fans and a big thing for this organization. So now people are going to sit here and say, maybe we should give Ron Rivera another year. Why? Because we didn't go to the playoffs? Because we beat Dallas? And sure, you will get to Sam Howell here in a second, but that's why I'm sitting here just, I don't know what to think about this game. We had Khalil Hudson, who was playing like a man possessed out of his mind, and he's been on the team all year. Where was he? Why didn't we see that all year? Why didn't he get any chances all year? Why wasn't he making plays earlier? Why wasn't he in the game earlier? So that's why this is such a up in the air. Like, I'm glad that we won. I want to win all the time, because when you win, you make a culture of winning. You know how the team right now, we'll be the underdogs and we'll win somehow. But then when we're supposed to win and you know, when we're supposed to win and everybody's like in the media saying, oh, you know, we're gonna pick the Commanders over this team this week, and then we shit the bed. Like, we cannot sustain success. For the last 20 years, we cannot sustain success. And now it's like, I want to win and sustain success and put into people's heads that we're winners, so that narrative changes and we can start winning these games that we would normally lose. But like I said, it's just a back and forth for me, because Ron Rivera should be fired, and then now everyone's going to be like, oh, look, we won, even though we're not going to the playoffs. Everyone's going to have that on their mind. We beat the Cowboys at home 26-6, and we looked good. And who knows, maybe it was just a fluke, and maybe Ron Rivera can take us to the playoffs next year. No, that's not a good thing to think. That's why we're stuck here. We're stuck at 8-8. We're stuck at 8-8 because of stuff like this. People in the offseason are going to be like, we have Sam Howell now. Maybe Sam Howell, you know, maybe if we give Ron Rivera another chance, maybe Sam Howell can take us to the playoffs or whatever. You can't do that. We cannot do that again. We cannot sit here and think that Ron Rivera is going to change his ways. We cannot sit here and think Ron Rivera has, 3 winning seasons out of like 15 or something like that he's been a coach in the NFL. We cannot sit here and do the same thing over, the definition of insanity, and think something's going to be different. And that's why when I was watching the game, like I said, I'm so excited to see Sam Howell do well, had his ups and downs. Like most of us, I put out a poll on the channel, and most people said, most people picked the option that we're going to see ups and downs from him, and that's exactly what we saw, so you guys were right. You know, there's a lot to be excited for, but Ron Rivera and the organization, people that are running this organization, are not something that we can put up with. We need Ron Rivera to be gone. We need this coaching staff to be gone. And we know it's not probably going to happen, don't get me wrong, but we can't just sit here and think, we can't fall into this trap again where we should be so pissed off that we're not in the playoffs right now, that this one game shouldn't really change your mind on the season. And that's what I'm trying to get to. I feel like a lot of people's minds are going to be changed over this because it's Dallas, and we hate Dallas, and whatever. People are gonna, and Sam Howell, oh, maybe things will be different next year. No, they're not with Ron Rivera. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Not with Ron Rivera. It doesn't matter. Now let's get to Sam Howell. I like the guy. Like I said, I ran into him in DC when he first came here. I didn't say anything to him. I wish I did, but he was just with his family and stuff. So I don't know. He was with a huge group of people of like, so I didn't want to walk up and be like, hey, the one guy, can I talk to you? You know, I didn't want to be like weird like that. But I wish I did walk up to him and talk to him when I seen him there. He's small. I told you guys this before. But he's like a bowling ball, man. Like he's small, but he's kind of wide. You saw on that touchdown where he just took those hits to get in. And just since I said that, let's bring this up. People said, oh, you know, Sam Howell is who we thought Taylor Heinicke was going to be, because we thought Taylor Heinicke was going to run more this year. And I somewhat agree and somewhat disagree with that, because Taylor Heinicke is almost the same size kind of as like height-wise. And I think he realized real quick, if I keep taking those hits just like the ones that Howell took to get into the end zone that time, I think Heinicke learned real quick, hey, if I keep taking these hits, I'm not going to be here. So, yes, I agree and disagree with that statement at the same time. I think Heinicke's a smart guy, and he realized that availability is the most important thing. And so that's why his play changed a little bit this year, and also because the offensive line was just bad. So I agree with that narrative and also disagree at the same time a little bit. But Sam Howell had a good game, ups and downs. I mean, he played better than Dak Prescott did. I mean, and with some different pieces on the offensive line, and that's what I'm saying. Where was this coaching change? Why didn't these guys see the light of day all year long? It makes no sense. Ron Rivera has to go. It makes no sense. This shouldn't have happened. We should have lost. Like I said, don't want to lose, but we should have lost that game. But we have new players in there who are they want to make a name for themselves, and guess what? They go out and do it. Well, they could have done it the last couple weeks, but the coaching staff is just bad. Now back to Sam Howell, and this, don't get me wrong. I know people. He only threw the ball. He was 11 of 19. He only threw the ball 19 times. Now this is also where I am pissed off at Ron Rivera and the coaching staff. This game was about seeing what Sam Howell can do. The first half, okay, cool. Don't put him in bad situations. Don't make him throw the ball too much. Cool, I get it. Ease him in. That's smart. The second half, he should have been coming out here slinging the damn football. When we're beating Dallas, whatever score it was, I don't know, like 16 to 3 or 16 to 6. Well, they only scored one touchdown. So whatever the score was in the second half, we were up. We should be saying, hey, let's see what this kid's got. But no, of course, Ron Rivera and the coaching staff said, let's just ease slowly into this win so that way we can change the narrative about, you know, they were thinking about themselves instead of, let's see what Sam Howell is. Let's see what he can do. They'd rather say, no, let's just make sure we secure this win so it looks good on us, the coaching staff, so that we don't get fired next year. But really, we should have been saying, maybe Sam Howell's the future. We don't know. We have to figure out, and we haven't figured out in this game. Did he have a good game? Yes. And do I want to see a lot more Sam Howell, possibly even as a starter next year? Yes. I'm all with you. But the thing is, we can't put too much stock into this. He only threw the ball 19 times, and we're not there. We don't know. Did he call the right protections right? We don't know all that type of stuff unless maybe you watch the film, or some stuff you won't even know unless you're the coach on the team or whatever. That stuff we don't know. We don't know how he did with other stuff like that. But from what we could see, he had a pretty good game. We ran the ball a lot. We did exactly what we normally do. When we were in there, when Heinicke was in there and we were winning games, guess what? We ran the ball a lot. It worked. And then when we had to, Taylor Heinicke threw the ball and made things happen. The same thing Sam Howell did, and that's what I'm saying. We just need to see more, and we need to see people tested. And we were just running the shit out of the ball in this game. We had 151 yards on the ground. So, and that's the other thing is, I'm all in on Sam Howell just like everybody else, but I still have to caution you. Don't go too overboard. Don't go too crazy. We ran the ball for 150 yards. What other game this year have we been? A few games this year we ran the ball well like that, And guess what? They were all dubs, and they were all probably with Taylor Heinicke. You know, like that's how we win. So all I'm trying to say is we did with Sam Howell what we were doing when we won with Taylor Heinicke. Ran the ball very well. Didn't make him throw the ball too many times. And guess what? That's how we won, and that's how we won earlier in the season. So all we did was make the formula that we were winning with earlier in the season work with Sam Howell. Cool. Now we know Sam Howell can do that too. But we need to see more. One game just isn't enough. You know, we got to see like a season and a half of Taylor Heinicke, so we have a little bit more idea of what's going on there. And also, I just want to say, I want to see a season of both Taylor Heinicke and I want to see a season of Sam Howell with a good offensive line, a decent offensive line. We all know the offensive line was trash this year. So as much as I like Sam Howell and admire what he did yesterday and all that stuff, the interception was bad. The interception was real bad. Triple coverage into the end zone. And guess what? That's what Taylor Heinicke turns the ball over too much. We've seen it here too. So, but the thing is, this is rookie growing pains for Sam Howell. He could potentially get a whole lot better, and I'm in that crowd that believes that too. I believe that as well. But all I'm trying to say is I'm not over with Taylor Heinicke either. I think both these guys, if we have a better offensive line, if we build this offensive line the best we can in the offseason and revamp it the best we can, I would like to see either guy get a real shot behind a good offensive line. And the offensive line was pretty good yesterday, though. You know what I mean? We ran the ball well. I think he only got, how many times did Sam Howell get sacked? I think maybe like only 2 times or something. I'm not sure. Team stats. Give me 1 second. Sorry guys, it's taking me a long time. Where's sacks? Whatever, I don't know. It was sacks. He took 3 sacks for 11 yards. Not too bad. But like I said, all in all, coaching staff still needs to go. We cannot just accept that, oh, we beat the Cowboys, maybe things will be different next year. No. If anything, this game should have showed you there's people on the team that have talent that didn't get a chance to play. We should be more of that thinking than, oh, maybe things will be different than next year. You know what I mean? Also, the last thing I have in my notes before I get out of here, actually, the only thing I wrote in my notes was while I was watching the game, Sam Howell knows when to run. He doesn't hesitate. And like when he gets the ball and he looks and sees there's nowhere to go, but there's a lane open, he didn't hesitate. He ran like right away. So that's all I got for you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm excited about Sam Howell just like everybody else, but I also am trying to tell you, don't go too overboard with it. We've only seen 1 game. I want to see what's up with the offseason. What are they saying about people in the offseason? What do they look like in preseason? What do we do in the draft? We'll get into all that type of stuff later on. But thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. I will try to get back to your comments, and peace.